Hello, welcome back to Nails by Sora. I am back from vacation, just got back today, and I have work tomorrow. So I have to redo my nails. I had really pretty manicure from, or with Sparkling Code dip powder. It was, what was the name of it? Tropical Mai Tai, which bright pink with gold flakes. I really loved it, but I can't wear that color and those long nails to work. So time for a new mani. Trimmed them down a bit, converted them from a almond shape to a, guess, kind of a coffin shape. And now I'm just going to do a really simple, straightforward mani using my new colors that I showed you in the previous video by Fiote. And yeah, so there's not going to be any nail art. It's just going to be a straight polish job. So I will show you from start to finish. And I'm just starting with my normal prep. I apologize if there's some noise in the background. I have the window open. So if you see some street noise, let me know. That should be interesting. But also if you hear some street noise, I apologize. And so I just did some dehydrator, and now I'm doing pH bond, or as this one is called, nail primer by Model Ones. And then when that dries, I'll go in with my base coat and then start with the colors. I'm going to be alternating some colors. As you can see on my left hand, I have a pretty purple violet color, yellow and blue, and I'm going to put them on different fingers on my right hand. I try to keep the representation of the colors equal. So I'll do 2 fingers of the yellow on my right hand, as I only did 1 on my left. I hope everyone is doing well. Want to thank everybody that is currently subscribed. If you are not subscribed, I would appreciate if you did so, and if you hit that like button and ring that bell so that you're always notified when new videos drop. And I'm just going to speed through this process because it's really basically just a standard base coat layer, and we're going to get into the manicure. All right, so now that that is done, the colors that I am using today, as I said, are by Fiote, and these are the bottles. I will put the names of the colors down below, as they're not actually labeled on the bottles. They're all in Korean, so I'm just going to proceed as usual. So I used the purple on my thumb and my ring finger on my left hand, so I'm going to use the blue. And I really do love the pigmentation of these colors. I love that they're slightly muted, and the quality of the polish, you can see, just goes on so smoothly. I'm going to do 2 coats on each finger, going color by color, pushing it down towards the cuticle and drawing away towards the free edge. If I need to, I'm going to use a little bit of alcohol and a cleanup brush to clean along the cuticle. And since I'm doing my thumb, I'm going to cure that independently so that it doesn't flood the cuticles. Put a little more down here. And that's 1 coat, and you can see how opaque it is and how lovely it looks. I do want to do a little bit of cleanup around the edges, So I'm just going to take my brush and go in like so. And now I'm going to move on to my ring finger. In the same manner, I'm going to start a little bit away from the cuticle and then push the brush towards it and then draw away. I'll take a little bit off my brush. Just carefully edging around the cuticle and the free edge, or the sidewall rather. Checking to make sure that it's even on the other side. I'm gonna go in for another full cure. All right, going in for coat number 2. Not going to push it down too far to the cuticle because I want it to be a bit of a thinner application. Just want to make sure that I get a full opacity and that I build up the thickness so that I have stability and strength in the nail. Make sure when you're using really opaque colors that you do a full cure. You can even go in and do a double cure just to make sure that it's set really well, because really opaque colors, and yellow in particular, I've heard, don't really cure as well. They take a little bit longer. So you'll be better served to make sure that you avoid allergies and improperly cured gel, just to give it a little bit of extra time. So I always do a minimum of 60 seconds, and if it's a color like black or something that I know takes a little bit longer to cure, I go in for 90 seconds and maybe even add another 30 seconds on top of that for a full 2 minutes. All right, so I'm gonna finish up the rest of my nails in exactly the same fashion, but now that I'm not doing my thumb, I'm going to do the yellow on my other 2 nails at the same time. And this is because since my hand lies flat, there's less of a chance of it running down into my cuticles, since, you know, your thumb lies sideways. And I don't want to prolong a simple manicure by curing one nail at a time unnecessarily. So the yellow is going to go on a little bit thinner. I would suggest, if you want the same opacity as with the blue, if you are going to, you know, use the same colors, that you do a 3rd layer to bring it up to the full opacity. But as the violet is somewhat sheer as well, I'm just going to continue on with 2 layers on each nail. As always, I'm going to finish up with base and top coat, and then I'm going to be done. As I said, it's very straightforward manicure. Just pick out the colors that you like and put them on in any configuration that you like. It's very springy as we're heading out of March into April, and looking forward to bringing back the brighter colors. Really loved the manicure that I just had from vacation, but I think that's even a little bit too bright for still being in March, even though I am in Florida. Looking forward to a gentle transition into the spring and summer months now that I am back living my regular day-to-day life. I have to be up at 3 o'clock in the morning for work. I am not looking forward to that. Some sliding and pulling. I'm going to turn my hand upside down so that it flows towards the apex. All right, now I'm going to do a full cure. So now just finishing up with top coat, making sure that it capped the edges really well, and then we will be all finished. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for every time knock something on the floor. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm happy to be home, happy to be back doing these videos. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed doing it. I think I'm really gonna love this manicure. I think it's really simple and straightforward, uncomplicated, which I really needed. Sometimes feel like I need a vacation to recover from my vacation. But so that's gonna do it. Thank you again. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so. Hit that like button and notification bell so that you always know when new videos are available. I'm just going to finish up with my cuticle oil, and then I'm going to take some alcohol, isopropyl alcohol, and cleanse the nail so that there's no residue from the oil on my nails. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much. Bye.